Hello everybody on the internet, it's Ayame here back again with another video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our 100 subscriber special, and I'm here with my co-director.
Yo, it's me, Val. Today with another video with my beautiful, amazing, fantastic, gorgeous co-director. I want to thank my co-director again for the new background music. She's amazing. I'll say that my co-director is amazing in the comments because she absolutely deserves it. Anyways, I'm going to let my co-director explain what our video of today will be because this one is going to be a really good one.
You give me too much credit. You're the one that edits these videos, you know. I just provide you with all the assets and stuff.
Yeah, but the music is so good that you gave me. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for it.
I do my best. But okay everybody, today's video is actually going to be the second in our installment of analyzing groups. Our first being our discussion about Esupuri or Special for Princess. You can go back and watch that video if you haven't yet. That one is one of our favorites on the channel. But today, we're going all the way back to the first group, Fine. And we're going to be talking about them today because they're awesome.
Yes, they are indeed very awesome, co-director. There are our boys. They are just the goats. There's no other way to describe them.
I agree.
So how about we stop wasting time and get it right into our first character, and that's
Yuzuru. Yeah, because just like for the Esupuri video, we're going to be going backwards, so we end off with a bang with our leaders. So we're going to be starting off with Yuzuru, and co-director, I'll let you talk first because I know very well how much you love him, so you can go ahead.
Yes, I love Yuzuru. From the moment I laid my eyes on this design, I loved him. He's so simply designed, yet he is just perfect. His hair and his beautiful magenta eyes, it's just amazing. And don't let me get started on his backstory. He has a very interesting backstory, which really supports his, current personality. As you guys know, he might be calm and collected 1 second, but the next second he can be pulling out the gun and be chasing after Ibarra. He's amazing. He's just so unique. I love him. He's so fun to watch, and yeah, his relationship with Tori as well. It's so fun to watch them interact with one another. Also, the anime really did use mercy with both his screen time and also, again, with all the things he does in it. I love him so much. I love the scene where he catches Wataru training with Tori and then just stares at him with this menacing aura in the background. It's just amazing. It really describes Yuzuru. He has so many of those voice lines that just catch you off guard, where he suddenly goes from this gentle person to this absolute war criminal, and I love it so much. He's really underappreciated. His singing voice, I was talking about it with my co-director lately, his singing voice is fantastic. There's a reason that he ended up that high in our vocal ranking. He is just one of the best singers in the franchise, in my opinion. His solo slaps. When he sings in the unit, he slaps. It's just amazing. He's such a talent in all ways, shapes, and forms that I just cannot not love him from the bottom of my heart. Don't you agree, co-director?
Yes, and you guys can probably tell, she talked a lot. So I think you guys can put 2 and 2 together. I think you know how she feels about him. You want to tell them?
He's awesome. Yes, he's awesome. He's my boy.
The other thing.
Oh shit, do I gotta tell them about my cardboard
I don't know, it's
cutout
up
in
to
my
you,
room?
man. I think they can figure it out on their own, but I think you can tell them if you want.
That thing is in my room, yeah. Yeah, I have a life-size cardboard cutout of that guy in my room, indeed. Oh god. So yeah, now you guys know that. I am a sim.
Yeah.
Okay, so since Ayami is exposing me, I'm going to expose her ass as well. Ayami has a cardboard cutout of Asu in her room. So I'm not the only simp here. She's just as bad as me.
Yeah, she's exposing me. Moving on, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Yuzuru before we move on to Tori. So for my thoughts on Yuzuru, he's my second favorite in the group. He's really awesome. I love how calm he is, like you said, is actually very refreshing to see because I am so exposed to like hyperness with Tetora, Chiaki, Subaru, the twins, Leo. So having a character that is more monotone, that is not monotone, I guess, but it's more calm. True. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So having a character that's more calm is definitely refreshing to see. And I definitely like how, he's very unique in terms of like, he's the only butler sort of like character in this game. And also his relationship with Tori, I love the fact that it has improved. And even though he's still sort of a slave, not as much anymore. I like how, he is shown more respect throughout the development of this franchise. So I'm very glad for that. And also I think it's also very funny of his backstory with Ibarra. I like how they're like frenemies or just straight up enemies. I'm not even sure at this point whether they're friends or not, but it's fun to see like rivalry going on, whether it be, friendly rivalry or otherwise. It's always refreshing to see. It's because it's, dramatic and fun. And they're at each other's throats a lot. So that's always fun to see. I like how he's also very skilled. He has a lot of skills, he has a lot of specialities, he has a lot of talent, which is beyond, idolhood. He also is good at, cleaning, organizing, and martial arts as well. So he's like he's full package when it comes to when you need a guy to do something, because he knows how to do almost everything that you need for like basic day-to-day things. So which makes sense because he's a butler, but I just think it's so cool that someone has all of those skills. And let's not forget these guys are really young still, so who knows how much they've accomplished, since most of them are like early 20s or even before 20. So would you like to continue on?
Yeah, because I have a lot to add on to that. I also want to add on, like, I really like the fact that Yuzuru is really developing his personality. At the start of the franchise, he was just Tori's butler, but lately he's been, like, continuing to get new interests, continuing to get new relationships with other characters. Like, my favorite relationship of him with a character outside of Ibarra has to be Midori. I love how they draw together and stuff, even though their drawings aren't the best. It's adorable. It's amazing. I just love in general how he is now more open to trying to get more casual, because at first he was a bit too professional towards the other students because of his job and because he was a bit scared to step out of that, and currently is getting more into that comfort zone, and I'm so proud of my boy for being able to do that, for being able to just open up to everyone a bit and stuff. Also, fun fact, he's scared of dogs.
I was about to actually say that, and I relate to him a lot with this. I'm also scared of dogs. So
Really?
it's yeah, I actually am. It's not a fear
Oh.
I mention often because I honestly feel guilty with having it, since I agree that dogs are super cute, but I always get scared whenever they show their teeth,
That makes a
So-
lot of sense, honestly. You shouldn't feel guilty
Yeah.
for that. I think most people would be scared if a
Yeah.
dog shows their teeth. It just shows that you're careful about your surroundings, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys watching, and mostly I know there's people that out there that prefer dogs or prefer cats. Me personally, I prefer cats because I have had owned several cats before. I've seen several cats before. I have seen a lot of stray cats as well. For dogs, not as often. So whenever I encounter a dog, it does feel more foreign to me. I love
Yeah.
both, but I definitely have a more comforting feeling with cats.
The funny thing
about
is,
you,
for me, it's
co-director?
the complete opposite, honestly, because I am allergic to cats and I have always owned a dog. I do love cats, though. I do love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're also more foreign to me, kind of like my co-director. So we two are complete opposites in that, which is awesome.
I just feel so strange, like loving an animal but not willing to go out of your way to go and pet it because of insecurities you have, but it's something that people do to protect themselves, so cannot feel too guilty about it anyway. So I relate to Yuzuru a lot for that, actually. So
That's our goat, Yuzuru. He be representing us all, boys.
not you.
Not me indeed. But he does it representing you, and you're my best buddy, so I love him for that.
Moving on to Tori. Yep, I will go first for Wataru and Eiichi. You can go first for Tori
Okay.
and Yuzuru.
Okay, I'm going to go first with Tori then. So Tori's awesome. I relate to him a lot. I like how he is a bit spoiled. Okay, not a bit. He's very, very spoiled. He's also from a very rich family. But he isn't evil. He has pride, but
Are you sure about that?
He does have a lot of pride. Don't underestimate him. He is very prideful at moments. But the thing is, he knows how to improve himself. He learns from his mistakes. He doesn't mean to hurt people, and he develops throughout the story a lot. Because as we both know, actually, as we all know, Tori at the start of the story was kinda harsh, wasn't like the greatest person to look up to. But honestly, throughout the years that Ensemble Stars has been going on, he truly has developed into a better, more caring person. And yeah, I just love how he has developed as a character. His relationship with Yuzuru has improved a lot throughout the games and the other media as well. He has grown by 1 centimeter, which is also very impressive. Congratulations, Tori. And no, 2 centimeters in total if we count all the years. In general, I love my boy. I love him so much. He's so cute. I love his little rivalry going on with the Tsukasa, and in general, it's really good.
Don't go to the Tori section without roasting him about his height, can you? Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious to me. But, so, my thoughts on Tori. At first, I'm gonna be honest, I actually didn't really like him that much because of his brattiness and stuff. But I soon come to open up to it more once I'm able to see that that is not the only side he has. He is definitely bratty, he's spoiled and everything. But the fact that he, like my co-director said, the fact that he's willing to work hard to improve himself rather than just say, hey, you know, like, do everything for me. Even though he does say that to Yuzuru, he does put himself out there and do some things about himself to improve himself. He's not willing to stay in one position and just be like, okay, I'm perfect the way I am. I just think that mainly the reason why Tori is so bratty is because he always seeks praising. He loves to be praised. So the moment he isn't, he will get, really upset about it and really whiny about it. But apart from that, he doesn't really seem that bad as when I first saw it.
He truly isn't that bad. Yeah. The thing about Tori is just he's a very complex person. He grew up always getting what he wanted because he's from a very rich household that even bought him his own butler. And that's why he got that mentality. And I cannot blame him for that. If you grow up always being called like the rich master, always getting what you want, then you kind of get that pride. Not out of a selfish side of you, but just because it's shoved upon you, because that's just your surroundings and what you're used to. It's also why I believe that he just really wants to be liked by others because he believes he has to meet the expectations of those around him. Because he's from a very rich family, and that means there's a lot of pressure on him to be a good person, to be a good representation of the Himea clan, and that's why he acts the way he does, or that's what I think why he acts the way he does.
I think one thing that a lot of people do not consider is that most of these characters behave the way they do is because of their background. And because they're so young, they haven't really matured enough to grow out of that mindset yet. And Tori seems to be making good progress. So we have to give him credit for that at least.
Yes.
And I like how unique he is. Not just his stature or his height, but like the fact that he has a very cutesy face and his voice is super high pitched and it helps balance out the deep voice characters a lot. It's pretty
small.
useful. Yes. But I would also say one thing about Tori is he does come from my favorite Ensemble stars circle. Circles are those like clubs or after school activities, if you go call them. It's called the Pretty Five. They are my favorite by far. I love all five of them so much. And the fact that Tori comes from that club, yeah. I always like whenever I see the Pretty Five together, it's like, candy for my eyes. Yeah, it's really cute to see the five of them together.
Now onto a character that isn't as small as him. Quite the opposite, actually. Co-director?
Mostly his height. What? How do he be king? Okay, so first thing I have to say, amazing, amazing. It is literally one of the best catchphrases from this game. I cannot do it justice here. Hopefully, I hope we can play.
Great.
Amazing!
Continuing with Wataru here, he has one of the best catchphrases in this franchise. In my opinion, it's second to Leo's because I'm super biased to Leo, but Wataru's catchphrase is so awesome. It's like you can just hear it in whenever you see ever since I got into OnStars and I heard Wataru's catchphrase, whenever I see or read the word amazing, whether it be an article or story or anything else, I would always hear it in Wataru's voice. That's how much it replays in my head. That's how much that's how iconic it is, and it's super memorable. But apart from the catchphrase, another thing I love about Wataru is I love his design. His design is absolutely gorgeous. I love the long hair and the braid he has, but I do miss when he tied it up in a ponytail during the Eccentric Five era.
I want to suck that ponytail so badly.
Yeah, I love that
He's
hairstyle
back.
from Wataru. He's so awesome. And he's also, again, a very lighthearted character. So I know Wataru has his own like dark side to him and everything, and his backstory and everything, but the fact that he's more on the brighter, joyful side of characters is really awesome to see. And I like how, he's always there for Eiichi. Maybe a little bit too much, but like he's always there for Eiichi whenever he needs him, and Eiichi needs it. Clearly, Eiichi needs the assistance. So I'm very glad Wataru is able to like really care for Eiichi like 24/7. It's honestly like something Eiichi needs. So it's good that someone is able to fulfill that role. And of course, you can honestly say what you want about Wataru, but like you can say like he's crazy and all, which he is. He's pretty crazy, but he's also responsible. You cannot deny that he is responsible. I think my co-director can agree with me here. He's very responsible.
Yeah.
Because he's able to like, take on new challenges and things like that. He's able to like, maybe not necessarily like take everything firsthand and just like be able to roll with it, but more of like he's able to adapt quickly. So it doesn't seem like anything really phases him that much, if you notice. Like whenever he has like issues and things like that, from what I've noticed, it just seems like he's taking things like as well as he can for the most part, and not letting it get to him so easily. I don't know if you agree with me, co-director.
I absolutely 100% agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Wataru, he's a 10 out of 10 character. You cannot get me to hate Wataru. He's just so well written. Like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. This man. This goddamn man. Oh my gosh. Also, again, to his old design. I love his old design so much. I love the backstory design with high ponytail. I love him so much. I love it. I also noticed that a lot of times it looks like he has like purple accents when he has a ponytail. Then he has like purple at the edges of his hair. And I kind of missed that in his new design. I would have loved that to be kept in because it looks gorgeous. In general, the ponytail in general. Oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. All his cars look beautiful, actually. I just love his long hair. We need more long-haired characters, honestly. It is so beautiful. Every single card of him just spreads joy, spreads happiness. And just in general, he has an amazing personality. He is so beautiful. And those abs of his, oh my gosh, I just want to lick him. I truly want to lick them.
Yeah, I mean, we're not big enough to get monetized, but this is gonna get demonetized straight away.
I love
You
him.
can tell my co-director has quite the colorful vocabulary compared to me, but
Yes.
yeah,
Oh
he's
my
pretty.
gosh. Co-director,
That's,
have you seen the new cowboy card of him? Have you seen that shit?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I got the
fucking
Mika version of
beautiful.
it. It is.
Oh my gosh. 10 out of 10. It's like my second favorite compared to like the one with him and the black hat. I love that one as well, with the black hat and the purple clothing and all the birds around him. Oh, that one is also beautiful. He has so many good cards, Wataru. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he does. And also, I like how one of his solos is called Wandering Clown. Because
Oh yes, that one's good.
he is silly. He's silly like a clown, which is cute. Because it does sum him up.
You could say he's eccentric.
Lol. The fact
Oh
that
my
you
gosh,
said
what do
that.
I have with bad what do I have with bad jokes today?
That was pretty bad, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. You guys can probably tell that my co-director has a very close relationship with Fine. I do as well. It's just that for me, when we get to the HE section, I'll explain why I'm not simping for Fine, like how I am with like Esu in our Esu Puri video. Because I have a very deep connection with Fine. Because we both did talk relatively around the same amount. It's just that I
Yeah.
sound a lot more, professional, if you will. And there's a
Yeah.
reason for it, and I'll get into that right now. You have anything else there for Wataru?
Nah, I said everything I need about my beautiful braid wearing Gigi. You can go on to HE.
Well, moving on to the leader of Fine, Eiichi Tenshoin. So, Eiichi, for me, he is my favorite Fine member. I have always looked. Whenever I look at the Fine picture, I always like gravitate towards Eiichi first. And it's not just because of his design, it's because of what I read about him in the story. How even though Eiichi is, a lot of people love to hate him because of what he did. I'm trying my best not to spoil the story, but Eiichi did some pretty bad stuff. If you guys don't know, he did some pretty bad stuff. Okay, it's very bad. It's very bad, isn't it, co-director? It's very bad. The things
Yes.
he did.
He's
It
a
is
bad
very
boy.
He's bad. But you have to admit, Ensemble Square wouldn't have happened without Eiichi. Considering he's the one that bought everything and the one that set it all up, and like he is now the CEO of the whole thing, minus Cosmic Productions, So to me, you would love to hate him, but you cannot help but love him as well. And that's how I feel towards him. I definitely have a lot of issues with what Eiichi did in the past. And I definitely agree that what he did was absolutely crazy, absolutely psychopathic, and it's absolutely like, the most cruel thing that you can do to a person. It's just that it's not that what he did afterwards justified his actions, but all I can say is that Eiichi is very good at being a balanced character. You cannot help but love him even though you hate him, if you know what I mean. He is
Yeah.
a very balanced character, don't you agree?
He is an extremely balanced character. I really like Eiichi. Like, can we talk about his design for a bit? His design is amazing. I love how he has this angelic look. The anime does this really well with his introduction, that he walks in and he just has this beautiful blue eyes, this light blonde hair color that he almost comes off with like an angel. Yet his actions, they say otherwise. They show that he isn't an angel. He's very flawed, even though he means well. I won't spoil what he does and stuff, but even though he means well, he's not good at executing it. He has a lot of flaws. And I love how his design shows this flawless person, yet his personality shows how flawed this flawless looking person actually is.
Yeah, it's actually a very cool contrast that I like. And also because of how I also like the fact that Ichi is also not perfect in a sense where his health is also very bad. So you can't help but pity him considering he is always in the hospital on his deathbed struggling, and he's super weak.
It's also why he does the things he does so drastically. Because he does,
Yeah.
he believes that he doesn't have much time left, so he does everything as quick as possible so that he can help the people around him as much as he can before he can no longer do so. And that's actually kind of selfless if you think about it. Even though his actions, I don't excuse them personally, I do can understand that they do come from a place that means well. He means very well, but he just is such in a rush, and he's so flawed that he just cannot do it perfectly. I think nobody that wants to achieve what he wants to achieve can do that in a perfect way. Because it's unachievable what he's trying to do, actually.
But he is definitely doing it to the best of his ability, which is definitely something to be
Yeah.
admired. Whether or not how much you hate him for what he did. So, and the thing is, I doubt, I'm not, this is pure speculation, I really don't know, because obviously we don't know what would happen if Eiichi was not as sickly as he is. But if Eiichi didn't have this health problem, I can't imagine him going to this extreme to destroy everyone.
Yes. That's true. I believe so as well.
I feel like this is a pure extreme emotion on his part, considering he wants to be perfect, and the moment he sees an opportunity, he would strive for it, and I think that's what happened. So, pure speculation, it may be different if Eiichi wasn't, like, struggling to live 24/7, but yeah, it's probably something needs to be said. And now I'll probably get into the reasoning why I have not been simping for Fine, like my co-director over here. Even with Eiichi, who is my favorite, I'm not simping for him. And there's a reason for that, everybody. I do love all of them, very much so. But there's a reason for it. And I think you guys can relate to me. Maybe, I don't know. But my feelings towards Fine as a whole is I bond with them very easily. I don't know what it is, but when I first saw Fine and the relationship they have with each other, I'm like, these guys are like family to me. Like, the bond with each other is very comedic, very funny, and strained as well. But also, they look out for each other, which is, something that's relatable to me. So I always feel very closely bonded with them in terms of like family, siblings, or something like that, rather than simping. So it's more of like you see them as characters that you can rely on and you look up to, rather than characters who, you see as love interests or you kin them. Like, oh, this is me if I was in this game. That kind of thing. So I would say in terms of Fine, I love them very much so. As much as my top few boys that I've mentioned previously, but it's just in a different way. That's why I sound a lot more calm than my co-director in this video, which is really funny. But one thing I will mention as well that I love with the bottom of my heart is I love the hairstyle change Eiichi had for Fairy Tale Library. It's absolutely gorgeous. I know it's a temporary change, but it's so pretty. Like, co-director, can you put it in editing? Can you put it in editing, that picture of him? Thank you. Where he has that ponytail. It's so pretty. I want that card so bad. I'm saving up for it, but yeah, that card is super pretty. And the story behind it is very adorable as well. I won't spoil it for you guys because it is also fairly new. I mean, it's quite old at this point, but it's also like not that old. So I won't be disclosing the story here, but the story for this event, Fairy Tale Library, it's a very good story to see the development of Fine's relationship with each other, especially between Tori and Eiichi. So be sure to go and read it if you guys haven't yet, because it's super good. So, anyways, is that it?
That's it. We're over all the members.
So guys, thank you all so much for watching our Fine discussion video. We hope you all enjoyed it. And do leave your comments on your opinions as well on Fine, like who's your favorite member, how you feel about each member and everything like that. We would love to read it as always. And stay tuned for our next upload, which is when we will want it to be, I guess. But it'll definitely be like, our schedule right now is every 2 weeks. So it's basically
Yeah.
every other week, if you think about it. Unless it's like a special one where we will give a community update. But other than that, you guys can look out for every 2 weeks we'll upload something. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you
Yeah.
guys in our next upload. Bye
Yeah,
guys!
bye guys.